guys, welcome to our 7th episode of Formation Alpha. I'm Jenny Galindo.
I'm Brandon Castellanos.
I am Bryan Castellanos.
And I'm Jerry Galindo.
Okay, we have a lot of stuff to talk about today, so we're going to talk about the Rick and Morty finale, the Splatfest, Vampires vs. Werewolves, the Stranger Things 2 trailer, the new one that came out, I think like 2 days ago, the Star Wars Battlefront 2 trailer, and
the Force has bestowed upon us a new Star Wars trailer.
Yes.
So, yes, that's something we're really excited about.
So we'll do that towards the end, and we'll do a little disclaimer, because I know not everybody watches all the trailers. So, yeah, we'll do that. So, let's get started. Rick and Morty finale. What is everyone's thoughts?
You know, well, are we starting with you, Bryan?
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so my thing, yeah, it was a funny episode, but it was one of the weaker finales from, as looking at prior seasons, it was one of the weaker finales. But I think season 3 as a whole was kind of weak. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of episodes that I loved, but in terms of, like, from season 1, you know, it's kind of, you don't know what to expect, and it's kind of everywhere and sporadic, so you love it. Season 2 was really good. It had its darker moments, more than season 1. And season 3, you kind of already have this expectation. And by all means, you know, it was a great season. I just felt that it was probably the weakest for me.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more on that one. After watching or ending the season, I thought the same thing. Like, yeah. It was just the other one. Okay, season 2 left on a big note.
Yeah.
To where I thought, okay, I want to see what happens in season 3. I want to see how Rick gets out of the situation. Mm-hmm. This one, I don't know. It did feel kind of flat. And again, it wasn't a bad season, but I remember talking to Jen too that I thought it wasn't a bad season, but this definitely was the weakest season of all. Yeah. But it had good episodes. I mean, Pickle Rick.
There's too many unanswered questions for me in this season.
Yes, I think that. And there's too big of a gap between season 3 and season 4 for me to want to wait to get those questions answered. I also thought they were going to go dive into the Evil Morty arc.
Yeah.
In this one, I thought when I saw that episode, like, oh wow, I think we got our arc for this season.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, they have they set it out, so now we know, and it's always going to be in the back of our minds. So, I mean, they probably won't start off the next episode, but they will, like, probably be continuing with that. That and the whole Beth thing, I don't want to really, like, talk too much about it or, like, spoil too much of it. Yeah. But that is still a question in my mind. I'm not confirmed, or, like, I can't confirm or deny the truth in his statement.
I guess that's how they got us to be excited for season 4. Just a lot of unanswered questions.
I wasn't really even sold that this was the finale until we got on Twitter and they showed a countdown. And I was like, oh my god, this is really the finale? Like, the episode was cool, it was good, and it was funny. But yeah, it ended, and I was like, what about Evil Morty? Like, why?
It didn't feel like a finale.
It didn't feel like a finale at all. But, I mean, overall, I thought the season was okay. It was the weakest season out of all of them. But I think it's so hyped up now, and we're all like, we all anticipate.
Yeah, we're big drama queens, and we expect so much out of it. But at the same time, like, they are, you know, they are doing their best.
Yeah.
Yes, and yeah, granted, I get it. Sometimes we put, you know, these movies or these shows on a pedestal they'll never reach. I mean, I've caught myself trying to not lower my expectations, but, like, I love Star Wars. Yeah. Even when The Force Awakens came out, I knew not to put it on the pedestal that I knew it'd never reach, and I walked out enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, as much as I love Keith David as the president, he's been in, like, so many video games as a president, like in Saints Row 4. So to see him be a president again was fun. It was good. It was a good comedy, like, really fun episode, but it didn't have that, like, that hook that it's like the finale. It didn't answer those questions that it had to, because like we didn't really get that. And Evil Morty was probably like the only really important episode.
Yeah, I don't think that it helped too that they waited so long. Like, we had this crazy countdown. We waited like a year and a half. Yeah, and then
or more.
Yeah, so we were really excited for it, and then we're just kind of like for it to fall short. Kind of.
If anything, do you think they should have ended season 3 with the Evil Morty episode?
Yeah,
that would have been a big. Yeah, I think that would have been a big finish. Yeah. Like, oh my god, I am like so ready for season 4.
But instead, we got like an episode that really didn't have to do with anything story wise. It was just like, you know, kind of just a fight with the president, fun little like back and forth. And that was pretty much it.
Minor progression in their own little, you know, their universe.
I wonder why they took that direction with the finale.
I don't know.
What was the reason?
Season 2 had so many like sad touching episodes that you were just like,
or just moments.
Yeah,
'cause
moments.
There's funny episodes, but there's moments where you're like, oh wow, that's deep.
Yeah, where it like broke conventions of what a like cartoon show could be, and then
Yeah, exactly. And it's like how you said,
Yeah.
like season 1 was more like sporadic. It was here and there, and season 2 I think focused more on
the
character
story.
development.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
That was the season where you really saw Rick humanized, and that was a deep episode. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it's the episode with Unity. That's a really good episode.
That
really good.
episode messed me up.
But there was no episode like that in season 3. Like there wasn't no like real like.
I think the closest one was the Evil Morty episode,
but
but
even
even then
then-
wasn't.
Well, I mean, it wasn't to that extent, but the Pickle Rick episode, at the end, you know what I mean? Because he actually goes to the counselor.
Oh,
in the toilet.
yeah.
And then Rick and Beth are talking basically about what a joke the counselor is, but they still end up working out their problems. So the counselor did help. You know?
Yeah.
So it wasn't as deep as the Unity episode, but there were like small moments like that.
Yeah. Maybe it's just me being really emotional, and like I cried a lot in that one episode. So it's like I want this more. I want
to cry more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want more episodes that I can like laugh at, and at the end I'm like, oh wow, like that was.
Oh, Jerry, I showed Jenny an anime I want you to watch. And
Okay.
it's on Netflix.
Oh
Which on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, you watch it. You'll
what's
really
so,
like it.
What's so fun about it?
Do you like classical music?
Classical?
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh, I know. What
You'll
you're
like
talking
it.
about.
You'll like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love classical music because of it.
You'll love it.
You
You'll
already know.
love it.
Kyle already
Yeah.
knows what we're talking
Okay.
about.
Anyway,
But no,
we're getting off
like
topic.
it. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
But anyway, I mean, I'm excited for season 4. I hope there are more of those touching
And I hope there's
episodes.
more episodes. Like
How many
10.
did we get?
12.
There was 10 episodes this season.
Wait, 10?
Yeah.
I thought it was
It was just
12.
10.
How many were there prior?
I think there were
Like
12.
12,
13.
13-ish.
Huh.
And that's because one of the creators at San Diego Comic-Con was like, oh, when it comes out, we'll have 14 episodes. It'll be one of the biggest seasons ever. And then there was like, I was telling Bryan about it, but there was like this whole like, the fans didn't know how many episodes there was going to be. And then last minute, when like the first episode came out, he's like, oh, there's only going to be 10 episodes. And actually it's 9 episodes because we already showed the first episode a long time ago. And I was like, that's total BS. Like,
You
Yeah.
promised.
Do you
Yeah.
think since the show has gotten so big, then now they're having kind of like creative differences with like
I think
adults?
so.
I'm sure the network is
I'm pretty
really
sure
because
for
the
sure.
network is probably like, this is our brand too, so so many people are watching it, so I wonder if they're like, if there's some like internal little conflicts.
I mean, there
with the
probably
Yeah.
is.
story.
I'm more than sure there is, because a lot of brands are they're like, this is our label, you can't do away with it. However, one of the things I was thinking about is the current, I believe, CEO that runs Cartoon Network and Adult Swim has just kind of like been putting it down the drain, which is why.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Cartoon
Yeah.
Network is not what it used to
Yeah,
be.
Cartoon, and this is just just stuff going on. So Rick and Morty, as you know, is already on across different areas. Like you can find it on Hulu, you can find it on I think you can find it on Verve as
You
well.
can find it on Facebook. I caught up with the episodes on Facebook.
Yeah, like there's so many different outlets for it to run on, and I believe the reason they're doing that is because if Cartoon Network keeps going the way they're going, whether it be with Adult Swim and just Cartoon Network in general, then ultimately it's just gonna shut
Die
down.
out.
Yeah, it's gonna die out. I mean, back when we were younger, Adult Swim wouldn't come on till like 9:30, 10:30.
Yeah.
It comes on at like 7 o'clock now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
It comes on
wow.
early, dude.
I do think cable as a whole though is kind of
Yeah.
dying down.
now Adult Swim has their website where you can like pay a monthly subscription to watch Rick and Morty. It's like Adult Swim Plus or whatever.
Well, there's nothing to watch though. Like there were certain
Yeah.
things to watch as a kid, and I mean, I don't feel like it's just me getting old, but what do they have? Like, if they showed the original Teen Titans, I would still watch Cartoon
So
Network.
here's the thing about that.
Yeah.
They do show the original Teen Titans, but they show like one episode and it's at like 2 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then the rest of Teen Titans go. And
Why would they tease you like that? Oh, hey, this is good. Let me show you shit now.
well, okay. So a lot of things is like, yes, they are shoving Teen Titans Go down everyone's throat, but it's because a lot of the kids like Teen Titans Go, but of course they don't know the original.
Kids
Teen
don't know
Titans.
what you guys don't know what good stuff is.
Anyway,
Get out of here.
but yeah, so
Sorry.
the reason that it's doing bad is because they focus more so on that show because it gets them views. Whereas right now they have a bunch of different shows, Like Adventure Time, I believe, is ending, and I remember that show being very popular.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I didn't know.
But
that.
even then, you know what? They're not running reruns of Adventure Time. Steven Universe is a very popular show. They're not running reruns of Steven Universe.
Does that end already?
No, that's not ended. That's on hiatus. I think new episodes come out like sometime next month. I
I
believe.
really like that one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Right.
And then OKKO is a newer one that I hear is good, but again, like they show like 2 episodes and then like, okay, we're done.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're moving
off topic.
on.
Yeah.
To
Sorry.
the next
Move on.
topic.
Sorry.
So I guess just watch the season finale if you guys haven't. Watch the show if you haven't, and give us your thoughts.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about the Splatfest. This might be a little dated because this is probably going to get posted in like a week.
Mm-hmm.
And we played it last night, and it's also happening today. But yeah, I have some issues with Nintendo and their multiplayer.
Yeah,
it's just really frustrating because
hard.
we've been really excited to play the Splatfest, and then we had picked teams and we were like talking about it, and then we can't even play together.
Yeah.
So this is kind of an issue we've talked about before on the podcast, but Nintendo just kind of needs to get their stuff together with
They need to
multiplayer.
get rid of the app, and they need to integrate it to the console somehow, because I know when we first played the first Splatfest, we were able to play alongside each other using this weird method on the app and doing this weird loophole inside of Splatoon so that we could play
Yeah.
together. But now I guess it doesn't work anymore. So unless you have 4 people on your team.
Yeah.
So
And the thing is, like, it shouldn't be that complicated. You
shouldn't.
should be able to turn on
Yeah.
your Switch and be able to play.
That's
with
why people
somebody.
to play with friends.
Yeah.
So-
And maybe if the app worked, I'd be like, okay, this is a little.
manageable.
Yeah,
like,
it's
I
a little
guess.
manageable. I guess I'll deal with the app
It's
if
still
I
an
have to.
inconvenience.
But the app still just doesn't work very well.
That's a pet peeve of mine when I buy something, especially when I get something expensive and like it doesn't work. I'm like, why is this here if it doesn't work?
Yeah.
The first Battlefront.
Yeah.
Huh?
The first Battlefront.
I was like, okay, that was an unfinished game, if anything.
We don't even speak about that game.
Well, but
That
the
game
new one,
doesn't
they
exist.
did right with the new one.
Oh man, they fix up so much
Yeah.
stuff with the new
I
one.
guess on topic of Splatfest, being it's Halloween theme. There's also Overwatch also has its Halloween theme going on right now.
Yeah.
I do wish they would have had a bit more skins,
Yeah.
but I mean, I always thought Reaper is one of my favorite characters, and I loved his costume last year. I like his costume this year, so that's cool. I've been off it for a while though, but I got back on it, and it's so fun. It's
I
so
think
fun to
that's
play.
what's so good about these seasonal events on gaming. It's like with Splatoon Splatfest, it's always this like long time of not playing the game, and then they entice me to play it because of that event, and then I get like back into it, and then I stop, and then they're like, okay, there's another event now, and then I
it's cool.
go into
and
it again.
it makes you want to play because they're themed. So you get I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Splatfest, but they kind of theme like the ink colors to match like the seasons.
And you get like custom
So right now they're
weapons.
Halloween colors, and you get like custom weapons for the event, and then they give you little shirts like represent your team and stuff. So I mean that's cool, but yeah, it sucks because you have like this really cool product, but you can't play with your friends, so it's not as fun.
And that's just Splatoon though, because I remember ARMS was easy to connect.
Yeah, I guess it
like
is.
ARMS
just
didn't even
Splatoon.
with ARMS you didn't even need. With ARMS, you didn't even need the app. It just worked cross-play locally. And then Splatoon, all of a sudden, since I guess they have more passion with Splatoon, they're going to implement it with their Switch app. And
I think ARMS has been so far for me the most fluid like multiplayer experience on the
yeah,
Switch.
definitely.
I just stopped playing ARMS.
Going back to Splatoon though, that's so weird because I mean I played it really late, but I recall hearing that it was great online, that it outdid Call of Duty when it first
On the
came out.
Wii U, yes.
Oh, was it a lot more easier to connect on the Wii U?
On the Wii U, yeah, it was a lot more easier. It was
Oh.
way easier.
Maybe they're just struggling with
Yeah,
the
but
Switch and getting
Splatoon
multiplayer
2 was
working.
Splatoon in itself was such a very big and like versatile game. Like I remember it like competed with Call of Duty for a while in its multiplayer because so many people loved it and so many people play it. I even saw one guy, I don't know how the hell he did it. I guess he had a Wiimote in it, but he like rigged like water gun or something so that it worked with his Wii U. And it made
that is
sound effects.
so
You're like, pow, 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 pow.
cool.
And then on the
wow.
screen, you see the character shooting the gun.
That's
Nice.
really
I'm like,
I
and then
wanna
like
see that.
he would move around and the character would move around. I'm like, that is cool. I would want that. Nintendo,
cool.
where are you on this?
Is that on YouTube?
It's somewhere on YouTube. It's
Will you
somewhere
try
on
to
the
find it?
internet.
If we
Hire
find
this
it, we
guy.
should link it.
The fact
'Cause
that that
that's
was
cool.
done
Yeah.
by those kinds of means, not officially, I can't condone that.
Okay, Nintendo.
I'm
calm
gonna
down.
do
Yeah, no,
Nintendo
for
and just
real.
block it and then get it and then sell it.
And then
again.
pass it
Like
and
Samus
patent it.
Returns?
Yeah.
Oh hey, look at what we got.
Oh, like Samus Returns?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. But,
They did have really cool Splatoon stuff. When the game came out, they had like the guns, and you could actually put ink in them. Remember I showed you? They was at GameStop. It was really.
They had like
cool.
actual slime.
Yeah, they had like huge kind of like water guns, but they had like you could put ink in them.
Yeah. No,
cool.
I don't know. I'll be honest. Like I'm really missed out on the Wii and Wii U eras. I mean, Bryan got them. I think I helped him buy a Wii U just solely for Smash Bros. He showed me the trailer. I'm like, okay, I'm sold. I'll help you buy that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I missed out on Splatoon.
We had got it. I think we
both got Wii U's for like $400. They were like the black, nice ones with like the bundles, and we only played.
I played Wind Waker.
Yeah, we only played Wind Waker. That was it. Nothing
And
else.
I was mad because I got Pikmin.
Okay.
And it wasn't, since you have to play with the pad.
The game.
It wasn't left-handed like compatible. So I was having to do like weird stuff with my left hand because I'm more comfortable with my left hand. So I couldn't. I was so annoyed because it was expensive.
I mean, the Wii U did. I think the Wii U did great. I mean, well, not great like the Switch, but I mean, from the Wii to the Wii U, it did substantially better.
The Wii U should have been the system that came out when the Wii came out.
Yes, I agree with that.
The only reason why we bought the Wii U was because of Zelda. At the time, they were saying, we're going to have a next Zelda game, and it's going to be called Zelda Wii U. And we're like, okay, awesome, can't wait. And then I guess it took so long that when that game came out, the Switch came out. So we were like, okay.
So Breath of the Wild was initially supposed to come out on the Wii U, and then they kept pushing it. So then they were like, well, they just released a Switch. And
it was worth it.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it.
No, definitely. Yeah, I'm so glad they waited.
Like, let me work it.
Flip the thing down, flip it and reverse it.
Yes, thank you.
That game went through so much revisions and so much like different changes in its story and its design. And
no, I'm very glad they waited. But yeah, I don't know. The Wii U for me, I guess the Wii and Wii U in general just didn't really.
I heard a lot of
stand out for me.
There was a lot of complaints with that, like maneuvering certain things. Like I heard the Star Fox game. People were complaining about how difficult it was because I guess you control the ship with the control, but on the screen, it's first person views, and there's certain things you have to like do on the screen. So it's like a matter of looking up and down.
I remember hearing that or seeing a review, and it was essentially just saying like, the game is okay, like it's fun. The controls are a bit wonky. It's like, but you will learn how to do it. However, once you finally like master the controls, you're already at the end of the game.
No,
and it's
that sucks.
Yeah,
there was controversy. Controversy. Done. There's controversy. I can't say that word.
Controversial.
There was some controversial.
We know what you were trying to say.
Go on. These are big boy words.
There was something funky going on with Breath of the Wild on the Wii U, because when they were showing it at E3 and stuff, there was basically the map on the gamepad, and it had a whole bunch of different features. Like you could change the abilities, and you could like change what you were having in the. It was really cool. And then when Breath of the Wild came out on the Switch and the Wii U, they took that completely out. The gamepad was just blank, had nothing on it when you'd play it, and they were like, "Oh, well, maybe this is because they're trying to like entice us to just get a Switch instead." And they took all that features out of the gamepad out of it. There was supposed to be like a whole other like way of Breath of the Wild on the gamepad.
That would have been kind of cool, I think.
Yeah, but then they just
But no, buy our new product.
But then again, that's just controversial. That's just some
controversial.
That's not real. That's just rumors, and it could.
You know what? Now that we're in topic of games, we should just talk about the Battlefront 2 beta, because I know you and Bryan played it.
I played it a lot.
I played one match, but I liked it a lot. I played two matches. I played one ground battle and one space battle, and it's freaking awesome.
It's fun to play as a clone again.
Yes, it is a step in the right direction. Yep. But I hear everything as far as like character, heroes, villains, weapons, vehicles, everything's been like tripled.
I remember at E3 that was the big discussion. Is this is not any way related to the first Battlefront? I remember seeing so many all the execs at like that people that made the game were like, listen, we heard what happened with the first Battlefront. We changed everything. It's going to be a whole other game.
They did, and they really fixed it up a lot. So one of the main problems in the first Battlefront is the hero tokens. Everyone would just kind of like,
they would just camp around the area.
I'm there trying to help the team. We're trying to win, And then I spawn. I'm like, where is my team? And I will always argue that I'm there. Yes, there's a freaking my team's like having a whole discussion team meeting around the freaking where the hero coin's gonna spawn. Get the coin. Yeah, and it's like they're all waiting right there. And I don't know. It's like first they just run towards it as soon as it's there. And then, they get to play the hero. And I'm like, yeah, but we already lost the game. Yeah. Good job. Great job.
No. What's worse was the power ups for the starfighters back then. It's like, God. We need air support now. And then, there's people run, dash.
Yeah, no. It pissed me off because, I would see people... And I was like, oh, cool, a starfighter. And I would, run and try to get it. And then some guy is just don't cut me off, get it. And I'm like, okay. And then I'd see the ship and I just see it crash. Yeah. Straight up crash.
It's always that one guy with the jetpack. Someone always beats you with a jetpack. I hate that.
Yeah, I don't know if they meant a kamikaze pilot, but they were, around in the air for a minute, and then they turn and then they hit a mountain. And then, they were a pilot for 10 seconds. And I'm like, great job. Thank you. You helped the team. Mm-hmm. But this one took that out, and the way it works now is you get kills, you get objective points, or you get points. You get the objective, you get objective points, and you can purchase the heroes in your game by how many points you rack up. And I believe the heroes are I think they're 5,000.
It's 5,000.
Yeah, and so I got to play as Rey one time, and that was fun. I actually got to play as a hero, which was cool. Mm-hmm. And then I felt super bad because I was the hero for most of the final battle. And then I finally died. And I'm like, man, they're capturing the objective. And so I'm running out. There's no way we're going to win because they're about to cap the objective. And I see a Rey walk right next to me for 3 seconds and then immediately stop. And it's defeated. I'm like, and I'm sorry.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah. And then, oh my god, the space battles. I love the space battles.
Oh my god, I've seen the gameplay for that and it looks
cool.
really,
so
really
fun.
Fantastic.
That was never a thing in the first one?
I don't know if it was.
They added it until in a layer DLC. That wasn't the first.
When
everyone got off.
Yeah. When everyone got rid of it. But no, the space battles were super fun. I was able to do both the Slave One and Darth Maul's Interceptor.
Nice. Which one was better?
I love the Slave One better.
Yes, dude, Slave
One was so much fun.
Did you get to use that bomb?
Oh, yeah. I was laughing because there's one part where if you're the Empire, one of the objectives for the enemy team is to go inside your ship, and they have 4 areas or whatever, 4 reactors that they have to destroy.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So I went inside with the Slave One, and I saw a bunch of people coming at me, and they were shooting me, and I was like, special. So I just dropped a bomb, and as I'm leaving, you just hear, boom! It's this big explosion.
It's in episode 2?
Yeah.
That's
it's
freaking
a big
awesome.
explosion, and you just see, ding, 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 you killed. Ding, 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 ding. I'm like,
I just love that. Feels like, yes.
Yeah, I was like, I am the greatest. And then I turned and I crashed into my own plane. And I crashed into a big ship, and so I lost the slave for
showboating.
Yeah.
As a true rebel.
Yeah.
I didn't get to play any of the heroes or even get on the cool ships, but the first one I liked. I thought Slave One was the best thing ever.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Is the blaster still? Do you still get an eargasm from the blasters?
It's pretty fun.
I kind of heard that they were they're not gonna have loot boxes or something like that.
They have something essentially like that. So you do objectives, you get loot boxes, and as you open them, you get hero cards, and the hero the cards themselves will help out with whatever class you're playing, a hero. Okay. Your ship. Right now, I got one of the cards that basically increases my firepower for my turrets on any ship I use. Okay. Or actually on my X-wings and my TIE fighters. The only thing I'm kind of sad about is even though the TIE fighters have a boost, I don't hear the when I'm passing by. I think you hear it in a bit though once you come out.
Oh, the TIE fighters?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite sound ever.
Yeah, it's great.
I get the fly one.
Do you does your heart pump when you're playing these games? Do you get do you get rage when you play these?
I get a bit of rage
because I remember when I played what was it, Battlefield 1 for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Wow, those war on ground, you're in them, guns just blazing. You see like it's just it's if you think Splatoons or like anything like that,
you have, like, the
intense.
headset or like the surround sound.
I had to like throw away that game because it was like I think
You're getting some PTSD.
Like I got like testosterone build up. Like I was just like, oh, I want to like drink a beer.
Like,
Jen,
I need help.
Yeah, like my voice went down. I was like, yo, I was like screaming in the mic. I was like, I'm gonna kill your family.
God.
Yeah, I was like, I turned into a whole other person.
You turned into PewDiePie?
Yes. You got it. I said that word a couple times. It was a different time. It's Battlefield 1.
Those words are forgiven.
This is World War I. Okay, you have to think about it by terms.
Good.
So Battlefield 1, I was a lot more on edge about, but it just depended because I played more of the medic class and the scout class. So I always had single auto rifles, or a sniper, and that was always my thing. And so I'd just be sniping people, just left and right. And then you had those bunch of people that they're right. I was one of them too. You're sniping, and then they stab you, or like they melee you, and if they melee from the back, there's a whole animation that you can't dodge, and it's just like, oh, cool. And then you're stuck on them for a bit, and so of course, since you're stuck on them, you can't really do anything. They're just there teabagging you, and I'm like, okay,
I'll take it.
Yeah, and then that guy took my spot, and I was like. And then I started teabagging him, and then his friend was right next to him, so he killed me, and his friend started teabagging. I'm like, oh my, I stopped the objective, and I was like, no, this is personal. And so,
you were like looking up usernames.
Yeah, sorry,
Star Wars.
Okay, anyway, so on Star Wars though, I don't rage as much. I have a lot of fun because every time I'm playing, I want to get into Millennium Falcon just so I can bust out an episode 4, and it's like, we've got company. And I'm just being chased, and like I'm in my room, like dun 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 dun, and then I crash. But I keep going with the song.
You're like do you still like Red Eagle One or
whatever?
I thought gonna do that joke where it's like you slightly turn to the right. Or like
oh yeah, I shift lazily to the left.
Like, whoa, this guy's crazy. This
You're like an air traffic controller.
I know my
moves. This is a skill.
Man, he's treating it like a real flight. It's crazy.
I remember. So. I recently, I guess, got better with first-person shooters up until, like, Overwatch. Because, I don't know, I'd gotten out of them since Call of Duty. So I went years and years without playing. So when Battlefield came out, of course, I wanted to get back into the first-person shooter genre. And I was terrible. I was really terrible. I played online with my friends. My friends like, wow, Brandon, you shoot like a real stormtrooper. Thanks.
There's a point.
But I mean, like I said, I got better. Like since Overwatch, I've gotten a lot better with them. So hopefully, I won't suck as much in this game.
I think, especially with those games, I have to play for like an hour for me to like get into like the groove, and then I'm like kicking ass. That's how Splatoon was.
Like, I was like defeat, and then after a while I was like, okay, I'm starting to understand what this game is.
You know, surprisingly though, in Overwatch, I played 2 days ago, and I got like 24 kills.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like owning, and I'm like, and we lost. I was like, where the hell was the team?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Overwatch is great.
Yeah, it is
good.
I will say though, in the Star Wars beta, I do wish we got a sneak peek of the story. Mode because
I think there is a sneak peek.
Is there?
There was a sneak peek. If you go in the main menu and click campaign, it says, "Oh, here's a little sneak peek."
Oh, there was. Why don't you tell me that?
Well, you only played it once, and you're never home.
It's probably on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
I'll just wait up in this point until this point.
I mean, you can just go to the house and play it.
It's done.
Yeah, I wanted to play it too.
The beta's done.
But
it's been over.
I had no idea
it is. Yeah,
I played it on Monday.
I tried to play.
So apparently,
that was fine.
Originally, it was supposed to end on the 9th, but there was so much popularity that they said, okay, we're extended 2 days, so it ended on the 11th.
Okay. I tried to play it on Wednesday and I couldn't.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's really cool the angle they're going, that it's the bridge between episode 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Like, see where the Empire stands after Palpatine's death.
Yeah.
And
after the death of the Chancellor.
How, I guess, the rise of the First Order.
Yeah.
I know you had mentioned too that Finn now is kind of the guy who.
John Boyega, I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
you
you
could argue that it's money, but no, he put his face on Star Wars Battlefront too, after he hated the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that says a lot. Hopefully, it's I'm gonna take it as hey, he likes it, and not hey, it's money.
Yeah, well, let's hope.
Yeah, I
but
hope,
no, from what we've seen, like everyone's super excited for it, and like the beta was fun, so. think it'll be good. And
that
then
was one of the games I wanted to play so bad at E3, but I couldn't. But
No.
it was one of those games where it was like one of the highlights of E3 was Battlefront 2. Everyone wanted to get their hands
so
on
it was hard
Battlefront 2.
to play it.
Yeah, well, it was all in order to schedule a demo this year. Sony only, in order to beat anything in their booth, you had to have the app, and then there was certain times when the slots would open up and you could schedule your playtime on the app. And any other game you could do, Battlefront 2 was just, that was one of the ones that just got filled in the first second it went on. But
I feel like by luck I probably would have been able to play it.
Yeah, probably.
But my luck.
So, yeah, for those of you who don't know what he's referring to, Brandon got to play Breath of the Wild before I did. We got to play it at PAX.
we got to play it before Brandon, so that's good.
Yeah.
And I played the completed version before anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, and but see,
On the
so
Switch.
No?
Yeah,
On the
but
Switch.
that theme park
It's
though that they
different.
had at E3 was
so
really cool.
one of the things actually recently, Brandon sent me a Snapchat because he's like, "Look, Bryan, I'm playing Mario Odyssey before you too," and I was like, "I don't really care at this point." Because it's gonna be the Breath of the Wild all over again. He's gonna showboat that he played it before me, and then he's never gonna play the game. Like Breath of the Wild.
Not because I don't like it. I just
That's
don't
how
have
I
time.
feel with Jenny. Is we
Hey,
played the
I got-
demo and you never played the game.
I got through half of the game. I'm on the second. I passed the
You're on
second.
the second
beast.
out of the
Half.
four.
When you do adult
Yeah.
things, you don't have time.
I
for these
know,
things.
no,
I wish I had time.
I know.
We
Okay,
had
so by the time I got through half of Breath of the Wild, Splatoon came out. So then I started playing Splatoon on my free time, and then we just didn't have time. And then I started playing Uncharted.
Yeah,
'cause I wanted
to be
finish
fair,
the
you know how much I
Uncharted.
love Uncharted. I still haven't beaten Lost Legacy.
I still haven't beaten part 4.
Well, yeah, so what's your excuse?
I'm playing Smite.
No. It's a
Okay,
terrible, it's a terrible game.
so-
Don't play that game, guys.
Let's
I
move
like
on
it.
because we have a lot to talk about for the Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
trailer.
boy.
But okay, so Battlefield. When does it come out? Battlefield 2?
November.
Wait,
November
Battlefront.
17th.
Front.
I'm
Battlefield
sorry.
1 came out like a year ago.
Battlefront 2 comes out
November
when?
17th.
November 17th.
Get it.
Okay.
Buy it. No.
Cool.
And I think if you
Pre-order it.
pre-order it, you get some extra stuff.
Well, I think
right? Extra
it's
DLC.
that deal's done. You got extra stuff, but I think you have to pre-order it by the 9th.
Yeah.
So-
Oh,
And you would
okay,
have gotten
so-
it during the beta.
Yeah. Actually,
Okay.
little side note, not to get too off topic, the Fractured Butthole comes out on Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah.
The what?
The fractured butthole.
South
Oh,
Park.
really?
Yes.
What's that?
Cool. The
South Park.
South Park game.
Oh.
Yeah. And I think if you pre-order it, you get the stickers.
Oh my god, I have
It's a digital
Nice.
download, so yeah.
Yeah.
I have stickers and
I'd like to play
stuff
that game.
from that. I played
Yeah,
it at
I-
E3.
Yeah.
You never played the
Those are
first
the
one,
games.
right?
I never did. I have the collector edition. I never opened it.
Can we open it and play
No.
it?
Just pre-order the Fractured Butthole. You're gonna buy it
I
anyway.
don't have time to play it.
All right, so let's talk about
Why am I
the
not with the
Stranger
collectors?
Things 2 trailer.
I'm talking about Stranger Things.
Stranger
wanna
Things
say that
2
again, Jen?
trailer.
Stranger Things
Okay,
2.
Stranger Things 2 trailer.
You know, I will say I'm still kind of like lost in it. Like I know there's a big new monster, but I don't know. I feel like I don't really have a set direction where it's gonna go.
I think on this trailer we got a lot more
Visuals.
visual of the giant spider.
Octopus,
Giant
spider,
octopus thing.
demon.
You don't know what
Yeah.
it is.
Go-
So that was
The-
cool. Yeah, we don't know what it is.
The
Shrimp.
next Demogorgon.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
we're
yes,
gonna call it.
yes.
We're gonna call it the next Demogorgon.
But I guess I like it. I like that because I never saw anything to the first season of Stranger Things. I just heard word of mouth. Hey, it's a good show. It's a good show. Go
Same
watch
here.
it. So I watched it, and after the first episode, I'm like, oh my god, I'm hooked.
Yeah, I didn't. I wish I would have been one of those people that played it first. I mean, played it. wow.
Yeah.
Played it.
Seen
Played
it.
it.
Yeah.
Played the game. Seen it first. I did it. I wait till like 4 weeks after. Wasn't it? I think it was when we came back
mean a
from
month?
E3.
Yeah.
2016,
Actually,
and we were like, we don't know what this show is all about until people were like, watch it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
sorry, that just reminded me. Stranger Things has a game right now on the App Store, and it's actually like really cool. It's like little RPG style
What?
game. Yeah. Look, I think I have
Can
it.
you fight the Demogorgon?
That's weird.
You might be able to, but yeah,
well,
it's
I
really
wanna
cool.
roll a nat
I'm gonna
20
beat him in
and kill
episode
her.
1.
Yeah, I want to roll a nat 20 and crit him, and you guys.
Yep.
But yeah, that just because you had play it, so I was like, you actually can play it. It's on the App Store. Stranger
Yeah.
Things.
Actually,
It's-
funny
I
show
never
about
heard of
Stranger
that.
Things. So, I had always said it was a good show. I got my grandma to watch it. My grandma watched it with my uncles, and I had told my dad about it. And you know, my dad doesn't usually like the shows I recommend. We have very different
he's
tastes.
stubborn, and he wonders where we get it from.
Yes, but aside, that's a different story. So, I put on Stranger Things, and because I told him we were in the bedroom, and we were just, we had the big TV. Calm down, you
Joking,
perv.
Get your mind out of the gut.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, I was like, watch the show, and it was literally the first like 5 minutes of the actual show where they're like bicycling home, like nothing even showed up. Like they were still bicycling home. Will had just beaten, what's the kid's name? The one with the hat and lisp.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Will was still in the story.
Yes, Will was still very much like in the story. He was still coming out, and my dad's like, I don't think I'm gonna like this show. I'm like, okay.
Actually,
really?
I agree with your dad. The first episode, did not like it at all. And
No, it wasn't the first episode.
Oh,
it was the first 3 minutes of the episode.
I think that's what I was like. I literally the whole first episode I was like, I don't like the show. I hate
no, he
it.
liked it after the first episode. It was he was hooked, but it was just like the first 5 minutes. Like you can't judge a show by 5 minutes.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way until I saw the second episode. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I really like it now. But
I will say I was hooked immediately. Like I saw, you see the professor running, and immediately I'm like, oh my god, what's he running from? I'm already hooked. I'm intrigued. I want to know what he's running from now. You got me hooked. Mm-hmm. It's the unknown.
I think the music like really got me.
Yeah,
it's super cool. Mm-hmm. It's really different. It's like kind of futuristic, but it's still kind of like
old
the old school.
It's based in
it's
like what 1960s, 1980s.
It's what they listen to in the Upside Down.
Yeah,
they jam out to in the Upside Down.
All the music is
all the
reversed.
Demogorgons jam out to that song. No, I mean I'm really excited for it.
Like I mean, it's definitely not a story trailer or whatever. It's basically just a montage of different stuff that happens.
Yeah,
but that's all you need at this point.
I kind of didn't want to watch it, to be honest, but
you kind of want to just be surprised.
Yes, I wanted to be surprised, but they were like, "Oh, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna talk about it on the podcast. You should watch it."
Sorry,
that's why I watched it.
No, I feel like
me.
I think we all can agree. I feel like any movie, TV show that shows the entire premise, the plot, the story arc in the trailer, it's like, well, one, you ruined your movie for me because I know everything.
Terminator.
Yeah.
That, and it's more likely it's not going to be good because they're always just trying to push it out there. And I feel like, we've touched up on this last podcast, but Justice League, I feel like, again, we got another trailer for it. I'm like, dude, how many more trailers do we need for this movie?
To be honest, I feel like they could have gone away with not giving us this trailer, Stranger Things trailer.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like,
They
were doing good before. They were
more.
just doing like little 5-second snippets, and then they were just saying Stranger Things, and that was it. That's all you needed.
Well, I mean, you can argue also that Star Wars didn't need to give us a new trailer, and they did.
But that's different. The last thing we got from Star Wars was from Comic-Con, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the last time we got Stranger Things too, right?
Was it?
Yeah, because we talked about it on the Comic-Con podcast. We talked about Stranger Things, and then we talked about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Was that our first
Justice
podcast?
League had their trailer too at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But no one cares. It's Justice League.
Yeah. Actually, I really liked this.
Yeah.
I really liked this trailer.
Okay, that's something that we didn't add on the list of things to talk about. But I did really like that trailer too. Did you watch the new trailer? They came out with a new trailer.
I almost cried.
Isn't that the one where at the beginning where Lois Lane's walking out?
Yeah. So he's like, I'll take that as a yes. And she's like, what are you talking about? He's like, the ring.
I don't know. I guess it sucks because I don't care for the characters anymore, so I don't care any story, any conflict they were facing.
Spider-Man. I mean,
what?
Spider-Man.
Superman. Sorry.
Yes. Spider-Man comes out in Justice League, confirmed by Jerry.
I care about Superman.
And I feel like also they're just pushing too much on the whole Flash being like the comedic relief to the point it's not even funny anymore.
Did he have a comedic relief?
Okay, Barry Allen was always, I guess he was the comedic relief.
Yeah,
it feels
witty.
forced at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I saw the first trailer to Justice League, I was excited for, I forgot his name, but I like that guy. I'm like, oh my god, I'm actually excited for him to be the Flash. Now I'm like, oh my god, I feel like he's the worst thing ever.
What if he's just is a comical person throughout the whole
it's not him, it's a script. So
yeah.
I'm not gonna put anything on him. It's just I blame it on the writing and the directors.
Yeah, well that's why I just don't want to watch. I haven't seen this trailer, and I'm not going to watch this trailer because look, my thing is this trailer. The trailers for Justice League have all been meh to me. Yeah. I know pretty much. I already have a premise of what's going to happen, et cetera, et cetera. And I don't want to see all these trailers because I want to see what happens. I don't want to watch the whole movie through the trailers.
At least get some kind of surprise out of it.
Yeah, I want to be surprised. during the movie, which is why I didn't want to watch the Stranger Things 2 trailer.
Yeah. You know what? You shouldn't watch the Justice League trailer because it does kind of give a lot more. It gives a little bit more to the story. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna
watch it. And that's kind of your thinking with the leaked Avengers.
Infinity War I did not watch the Infinity War trailer.
Yeah.
I refused, but I already
until it's officially released.
Yeah, but I saw the poster and I saw Cap with the beard.
Oh, you saw it.
I was like, he's like,
that would have been cool. Yeah, it was cool to see him. So I should have just shown you.
No, I'm not gonna watch the trailer. I still don't know too much about the story. I'm just gonna wait for it. I will.
Get back to you on that.
Yeah, I will get back.
And who knows? I mean, maybe my low expectations will, it'll surprise me. Yeah. I'll be like,
maybe better than I expect because I don't have high expectations for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so closing up with this next topic, Stranger Things 2 comes out October 27th.
I thought we were talking about it again. I was like, what?
Yeah, we're talking about just closing.
Well, see that's a problem though that it comes out October 27th.
It's Halloween.
Oh my!
No,
right?
Oh, because Mario Odyssey comes out.
Yeah, so Mario Odyssey comes out. So does Assassin's Creed Origins. Comes out.
No one cares.
Oh, I'm just saying everything that's coming out. We're getting
You can play on your Switch and look up and keep watching. Play, watch.
No, I can't do that. All my focus is going to be on Odyssey. I'm going to be playing that everywhere.
We'll talk more about that in the next podcast. It'll be out by then, right?
On the next podcast, I will probably still be playing it.
We'll be playing
the whole time, just adding a few words.
Yeah,
that's going to be so good.
All right, so disclaimer, if anyone's not watching the Star Wars trailers, we're going to be talking about the new
cares about Star
Wars The Last Jedi trailer.
Yes.
So
I'm so excited.
Which I feel like everyone watched it because of the football game.
Why would you not watch it?
Actually, I liked the football game. I liked watching it. I was like more intrigued in the football game than when I was like, oh, Star Wars.
And then you see like the Stormtroopers coming out.
That's the thing. It's funny that you were more intrigued considering my team was playing. I was just pissed off the entire game.
Yeah.
Because
wait, who are you going for?
As bad as a team as they are, I'm a Bears fan.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So, but it pissed me off. It's like, yes, they started out strong. They got a safety.
They did.
And I know we're getting off topic, but this is leading up to Star Wars.
Sorry.
Shut up.
Yeah.
So, they get a safety, and then it gets to the second half, and the score is like 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how is that? What kind of football game are you watching?
There were also
where the team is winning 3 points to 2 points.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of football game is this?
That was weird.
Like, and then every single play was like 3 and out.
And it was because of all
It's a safety, stupid.
It was because of all the penalties.
Okay, fine. Okay,
I know.
It's all the penalties and all the there were so many dumb decisions made by the coaches.
Yes, there was, but every drive was 3 and outs, which really pissed me off. For those of you who don't know what 3 and outs are, it's 4 plays to get a first down. They only ran 3 plays. They didn't get the first down, so on the 4th down they punted. So that's what a 3 and out is. Literally, it was 3 and out, punt, 3 and out, punt, 3 and out, punt.
Yeah.
3 and out, punt.
There was nothing happening.
Literally, that was the whole first half.
Yeah.
1 safety and 1 field goal. There, I just saved you the whole first half of that game. Man, even if you watch the highlights I'm pretty sure are like 30 seconds.
Okay, it's
just that then halftime came around.
Yes, so then halftime came around, and I was finally excited to be watching the game because the Stormtroopers came out onto the field, and then we got the Star Wars trailer. And the Star Wars trailer was a main reason, the whole thing I was looking forward to because I knew the Bears were going to lose.
Yeah.
But the Star Wars trailer, I loved it. I only watched it once. Because I know for a fact I missed out on so much, and I don't want to be too spoiled for it. I saw the trailer, I loved it, I'm so intrigued, and I'm so invested in it. But I'm only gonna watch it. I only saw it that one time. I'm just gonna wait because we.
That's so funny because I downloaded it right after and I
edited
it and I was like slow motion. I was like trying to get all the clues and everything.
I watched it again for the porgs because they're so cute.
Whatever.
So okay, well, from your first viewing, from what you do remember,
yes.
What ran through your mind?
I was excited. We know that Finn is gonna wake up. Well, we already said.
And he's gonna be.
Finn is gonna wake up from his cryostasis type whatever.
Yeah.
He's gonna be fighting Phasma. Hopefully, Phasma plays a bigger role in this one, which it looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's cool. She's like the next badass to me.
Screw Kylo Ren. It's her. It's her that we should be scared of.
I'm worried about the whole part where they're inside the rebel ship
Yeah.
And he knows his mom's on the ship, and he's just there.
And he has
his
thumb right over
yeah,
it.
his thumb's like over it, but like it's kind of shaking from what
And
I
like,
remember.
he hesitates. I'm like, oh crap. And I'm curious. I wonder if that was a scene initially in the movie, or they added it because of what happens.
Yep.
So I'm really curious. Yeah, that's what ran through my head. So I don't know.
But wasn't this filmed when, like, because she filmed that movie,
Yeah.
so she was still alive.
They could have easily, though,
I know.
like,
Look
doctored
at
it.
Grand Moff Tarkin, how they CG'd him.
Yeah.
It looked. I thought he looked great.
They called the girl from Rogue One and just made her look old.
I just feel like I had like an idea of what this movie was gonna be, and that whole trailer just like changed everything.
Changed
I was
the
like,
whole
so what's
perspective.
happening with Kylo? Like, is Rey going to the dark side? Is Luke bad? Like, what's
Is
happening?
Luke a gray Jedi? I want gray Jedis, okay?
There's
That's the one
so
thing I
many
want.
questions.
I've seen Sith, I've seen Jedis. I want a gray Jedi in the cinematic universe.
I like that Kylo doesn't have his helmet on anymore.
Oh, with the scar.
I would prefer that he had it on.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll help with the
Why is that?
sexual
I don't know.
attraction.
I at least wanted
Don't like his face.
one good fight with his helmet on.
Yeah. I don't like his
He had a
face.
cool little
I don't
like
like
marking
his
on his
face
face to like
either.
cover his scar.
Please, like in the fight, someone knock off his helmet. Maybe that's how he got that mark. That'd be great.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I don't know. I like Kylo Ren. I know a lot of people who don't like him, but I just feel like he has a lot of layers to him.
Yeah.
I think
he's
him
not-
is
I
not.
don't know,
He's
but
not so two dimensional.
watch. Yeah.
Layers. Kylo has layers.
Layers.
Kylo's an ogre. No, but he really does. I mean, we didn't get too much out of Darth Maul because, I mean, we got maybe, 2-3 words out of him the most?
Yeah,
I think
probably.
him not having on his helmet is like him trying to separate himself from like the First Order,
I think
and he's
I
trying
would.
to like be a little sissy.
I would like him more if he was like a little more evil.
But he's not.
Like, there's
That's the whole
something
point,
about
though.
his vulnerability that I just kind of
That's the
annoy.
whole
It
point,
kind
though.
of
He's mama's
annoys
boy.
me.
No, but to me, he acts like a child with a tantrum.
Yeah, he has.
I like that.
He
I
does.
don't.
He's not in control of like his emotions.
Well,
and
that's
that's his like weakness.
Well, that's the thing, though. Snoke said he to complete his training, so maybe. But to be fair, the Sith gain power through their emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So I can kind of see it. I just don't like the whole like tantrum aspect of it.
Yeah, he's kind of.
The way he
little
slammed his helmet in the wall, and he was like, "Yeah!" And I was like,
Meh.
"Come on."
And
Come
then
on.
there's that machinery, and he's like, he starts like slashing. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, people paid for that. Come on, man.
Come
Come on, the
man.
First Order isn't made of money.
To me, it adds to the character. It's like, it's true, he has this conflict. He's not going to be as strong as Darth Vader. He will not be Darth Vader. He wants to be Darth Vader.
I love
but
when
he's
Rey
not going
says
to.
that. She's like, "You're afraid that
Yeah.
you'll never be as strong as Darth
And it's
Vader."
like that. It's like that. Just showed it. It shedded light on his character. It's
It
like
hit a nerve.
that's his. What his goal is. Like his end game. He wants to be this strong Sith Lord.
Yeah.
And I think he's having trouble coping with that. He's not going to be that person.
Yeah.
So I like Kylo Ren.
So right now we're just kind of throwing out like theories, right? So
Yeah.
like I kind of feel like Luke might be going
Yeah.
bad.
I got that off the first trailer. This one, not so much.
Yeah. I feel like he might be going bad, but I also feel like maybe he's just lost hope.
I feel like
Pun
he's
intended.
trying to push it all aside.
Yeah. I feel like but I feel like he's lost hope because as we see, I'm going to guess, Luke wanted to rebuild the Jedi Academy, and that's the fire that we're seeing, or that we saw briefly in Episode 7, and that we saw more of in the trailer for this.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's a Jedi Academy, and that it went wrong, and so he doesn't want to lose anyone else, So maybe it's like an internal conflict with him.
There was an Easter egg in, I think I'd call it an Easter egg in Episode 7, where he's trying to get into her mind and Rey's mind, and he says something really interesting. He's like, "You're gonna meet Luke on that island, and you're not gonna like him."
Well, it goes on. I can see it. An island.
Yeah,
I don't
but then right after that, he's like, "You're gonna meet Luke, and you're not gonna like
I
him."
don't remember that line.
He says that. It's really interesting. He's like, he's gonna act like your father, and you're not gonna like it. And I was like, that's
I remember him
interesting.
talking about Han
It
Solo.
was right in that area too. It was in that area.
I would have to.
I've never
Yeah,
watched it.
I watched it
I
like
don't
a couple
remember
days
that
ago.
line.
It's really interesting. It was one of those where I'm like, how did I not catch that the first time?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, he says
With
something
that
about
movie especially, we watched it how many times in theaters?
a lot, like
three?
4, 3 times.
Three.
It was like
Okay.
one of those things
Won't
every
beat
time we
me.
watched it, we're like, oh, I
Won't
didn't
beat me
catch
and Wreck-It
this, or like I
Ralph.
didn't catch this part
Yeah.
of the trailer. So
But I thought that was super interesting because I'm like, oh, this is kind of tying into episode 8 now. Like, is that part where, I really want to, like, I'd love to show you guys. But yeah, it's interesting.
I'll watch them again.
I mean, they all tie into each other, though.
yeah, I feel like we need to start watching them, right? Like slowly, because
Maybe around.
by the time we like get everybody together,
No,
to, like,
I mean,
sit down
I'm
and
fine with
watch
just
it.
watching them in December. I can binge watch Star Wars.
Same.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I was
No,
thi-
well,
I
I
was
mean, I
thinking, like,
wanted us
November.
to. I mean, you don't have to, but I wanted us to watch them together.
All of them?
Yeah.
That's like 20 hours worth of...
Not all together, but like
really.
one. Maybe
Yeah,
one a
we'll watch
day.
like one a day.
Okay.
That's how I did it last
2 a
time.
day.
Yeah.
3 a day.
All right.
Just one Saturday is like popcorn, not leave the
Yeah.
house, lock the doors, lock you in. Like,
Order pizza.
We're watching them.
Yeah.
Everyone put on
I'm
their
actually
VR
really
headsets.
down for a day to just binge
Sorry, I
watch
have
all
a
Star
life.
Wars
Okay.
movies.
So in this new movie, what do you guys?
Stop lying,
What's
Jerry.
one thing you hope to see? Like, okay, like for me, example, in Rogue One, I told myself just want to see Darth Vader just slaughter people, and I got that. I didn't think I was going to get it, but
Ooh,
I got
and
it.
that
I was
seems
like,
awesome.
oh my god, like this is what I wanted. So
You know what I want to see?
What?
I want to see Luke, like, trouble Rey, and, like, Rey's in distress and Rey leaves, which is what happens in the trailer. And then Luke gets visions of his old masters, like at the end of episode 6. Like, you see Yoda, you see
Oh my god,
Obi-Wan.
That'd be
so
great if they
Yeah,
actually have
I
old
would love
Ewan
to see
McGregor
that, yes.
in his holographic type thing.
Yeah, like, you see Obi-Wan, you see Anakin Skywalker, and you see Yoda, and they all talk to Luke. And then maybe
Yeah.
he, like, tries to go after Rey.
And that'll be the arc of part 3.
Yes.
I'm sorry, part 3, episode 9.
I would love that.
There was a lot of stuff in episode 7 where I was like, this could have been added, and it would have added so much more to the story.
I mean,
Like,
that's-
something really simple could have happened to where it would have been so much, like, better. But I don't know. Like, the one scene where the planets get destroyed by
Starkiller Base.
Starkiller Base, it would have been great to see Rey, like, almost act like Han Solo in episode 4 when they destroy, and he's like, he
feels
falls,
it.
and he's like, ooh, I feel a disturbance, and that's because millions of
yeah,
people
yeah.
died. I would have loved it if, like,
Han
Rey
Solo
would
doesn't-
have been...
No, I,
Han
think
Solo
it
has
was, I don't think it was Han Solo.
Yeah, Han Solo
but
doesn't have the Force.
It was
Maybe Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, sorry,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Not Han. Han's like, ow! My God.
No.
Wait a second.
Han's more like...
It's been a while since I've seen
Han's more like, ow, my heart. 'Cause he
ate a
stabbed.
cheeseburger or something.
No,
I
he
mean,
got
you
stabbed.
got kind of that when Han Solo dies. You got
Oh,
Leia like
yeah.
doing that. I was like, oh.
I would like to see Rey though, because she, we were still trying to understand if she had the Force or not. I guess
I
that's
mean,
also a reason why they
Rey
couldn't
does
have
have the
done.
Force.
But I mean,
Yeah, I know, but that would have been nice to know
but
before
how,
we knew.
But how
because
would
Yeah.
she? I mean, she like knew Jakku her whole life. Why would that she felt any disturbance like that? With those other planets.
Because
it just
didn't
doesn't
she-
matter though. It's just like having people.
But even in the trailer, she's like, I always knew this was inside me.
Yeah, I
So
don't
that
know.
would have been cool. I think I agree.
I would have liked
would've
that, but I
Yeah.
mean they didn't do it.
But
The thing
I
is-
will say, I think in this trailer, sorry, Brian, to cut you off.
No. But the thing about that is that Rey had no one to teach her and guide her. So yeah, she might have had that
Maybe
feeling,
sense that something's
but
there,
she can't she couldn't tap into it. She couldn't sense it.
Well, she kind of did though in the Force Awakens without any teaching.
She tapped into it
She
when
tapped into
when
it.
they were fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was,
but because the time called for it.
Yes.
Her she was in that sense she's full of adrenaline, and you can.
But that scene was literally right there where I wanted her to fall. That was right when she picked up the gun and shot the
Like the
stormtroopers.
timeline.
Yeah, that was right at that moment.
I know, it doesn't
when
bother
she was
me.
still on.
I liked episode 7.
Yeah. I like
No, I
it.
liked
Yeah,
it too.
I loved it.
liked
I
a lot,
just
too.
I had some
Yeah.
things I wanted.
One
to
thing
shoot.
that I noticed though in the trailer is I feel like Rey's gonna be super powerful because she was already so powerful in the Force Awakens and she wasn't even fully trained yet.
Yeah.
So I feel like in the trailer she's like.
I wouldn't say
gonna
so
be a-
powerful.
Do you
I
think
think
she's-
she's gonna be a
Do you think
badass.
Well, Luke
she's
said something,
related
right?
to
It's
any
like-
key character?
I feel like she has to be.
Oh, that's a big thing that they want her to be related to, I don't know, Han Solo
Or Luke.
or Luke. Yeah.
Or Obi-Wan. Wait,
But
I don't know if that
Why
would
do I
play
keep
off
saying Han
sometime.
Solo?
Actually,
Sorry.
Yeah.
I had an argument with one of my old coworkers, and this was way before. This is like a year ago when I was still working at Sam's Club. He was like, "Oh, Rey is Han Solo's daughter." I'm like, "That's not confirmed." He's like, "What evidence is there?" This is like, well, I mean, no, it it doesn't mean that that's that. He was like, "Oh, then what is it? Luke's daughter?" I'm like, "No, I didn't say that either." Well,
Yeah.
then whose daughter is it? I'm like, "Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be someone powerful. He's like, yeah, it does. And I was like, no, it doesn't. He's like, uh-huh. I'm like, well, what about Darth Vader? He's like, yeah, Darth Vader was, it's like, Darth Vader was like born of the Force, wasn't he? Something like that.
His parents.
I don't know his whole origin, because like there's in episode 1, Qui-Gon asks his mother, like, who was the father, and she goes, there's no father. It's like, I raised him myself. Yeah. So it's an unanswered to me. I don't know. Maybe it's out there, but I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Well, they say the Force isn't biological, right? It just like moves through space.
It surrounds us.
Yeah.
It penetrates us. All like.
Yeah, exactly. It like I was saying.
No, midichlorians, Bryan. Duh.
Anyway, back to actual Star Wars. No, but the Force is all around us. The Force is always moving, etc., etc. So I don't think that necessarily Rey has to be related to a key cast member. That's
it would
Jedi.
be nice.
I feel like she's going to be though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like in a weird way, I feel like her and Kylo might be siblings. That'd be
and
interesting.
And they might be lovers.
Because
I hope not. I hope not.
It'll be a repeat of.
Yeah.
I don't want a repeat of what happened in a certain show.
Yes.
Honestly, though, one of my main concerns is if Rey turns evil, what's going to happen to Kylo?
Because he might turn. I feel a switch.
Yeah.
I feel like the power could switch.
I feel like too.
But remember, in episode 1, Yoda always says there are always 2 Siths, a master and his apprentice. Never more.
Yeah.
So, and at that time, it's like, well, who's which one did we kill? And then it goes to Chancellor Palpatine. But for this one, what I'm saying is we know that Snoke is the master.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if Kylo and Rey become Siths, one of them's going to be killed off.
It's like, okay, think Palpatine or Darth Sidious. He was quick to be like to toss Vader aside for Luke.
Yep.
If it came to that.
Well, when it came to who was more powerful, which is why in episode 3 he made Anakin kill Dooku, and he was like, I can train, like he warped Anakin's mind so that he believed that Palpatine could save Padme.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like at this point, I mean, we know Rey's is stronger than Kylo Ren.
Yes.
At this point, so I feel like he's gonna try to pull her to the dark side. Yeah. And I just feel like that weakness that that Kylo Ren has, it could possibly lead him to turn good.
Yeah.
Hopefully we
see that. I don't know.
I feel like what's gonna happen.
Well, they're both gonna be doing their training though. Sorry to cut you off, Jenny.
It's okay. Yeah. I feel like Luke's gonna kind of get scared with Rey's power, and he's probably gonna like leave, and then she's gonna be like, "Well, I don't know where to go," and she's gonna be like, "Well." She's gonna
Hopefully
go to Kylo for answers.
There's also another theory that that Kylo and Rey can just push. Okay, forget Luke, forget Snoke. Let's do our own thing, which could lead to the Great Jedi.
Oh no,
that could be cool.
Oh, that'd be really.
That'd be cool. I want Great Jedis. I will continue to argue that.
No, I always like Sith. I always tell myself if I was in the Star Wars universe, I'd be a Sith.
We need to end the rebel scum.
Yep.
I'm curious about this one too. Like the New Republic has been obliterated. How are the Resistance going to fare against the First Order? Because like they're heavily outnumbered, outgunned.
That's true.
And, I was doing some research on what the First Order actually is, and supposedly it's just like leftovers.
They are like Imperial remnants.
Yeah.
Apparently. They just went. Apparently they went to like the Uncharted zones and they just built up their forces. That was it.
I was like, wow, I didn't know that. I thought it was like bigger, but no.
Interesting. I feel like if they come out with another trailer, I'm okay with not watching it.
I doubt that.
No more trailers, please.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's all we need.
That's all I want to see.
Maybe one teaser before the movie.
No.
Right before.
The people enjoy Battlefront 2, and then we'll go to...
Yeah.
Put a trailer in Battlefront 2.
Or like a little like Easter egg in Battlefront 2.
We can kind of end it by just questioning, after this trilogy ends, episode 9's done, how much more of Star Wars do you think you can take?
I think it depends on the story.
It does. I really, the last thing I want is Star Wars to be played out for me. I love Star Wars. And I know I have some friends, even right now, are like, oh, I wasn't a big fan of the episode 7. I'm not too excited for this one. But because they put their expectations like so high in episode 7.
Yeah.
But I mean, naturally it's going to be like that. You're going to think the original trilogy is the best because you went in not knowing what to expect.
Yeah.
But I feel like you can't also please everybody. There's always going to be people that are going to complain about something and they're not going to like it.
I know.
For
I love
reason.
I love Star Wars because it's Star Wars. The first one, it's by no means is a great movie. I can watch it though. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's like if I like the first one or even like the second one I can watch, I'm like, I would like any Star Wars movie at this point.
Okay, by first one, do you mean episode 1 or
episode 1?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, the prequel trilogy.
I feel like if I can watch that and if I can say, hey, yeah, I like it, then I will like any Star Wars movie.
In today's age of CGI, you know, we moved so much past the prequels. We'll have a lot better, like,
exactly.
technology.
You have really good directors behind them too. So.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the things I would love, because they have a bunch of already great cinematic trailers, is the Old Republic games.
That'd be cool to tap into that.
Blur
right?
Studio
That'd be
does a
cool.
lot of
Would
good
you like to see
animations.
a live action Jedi Temple battle?
I would have loved that. The cinematic trailers for the Old Republic look
We've
amazing.
never seen an all-out war
Yeah.
live action. A Sith on Jedi. Have you guys seen that? Those trailers?
No, but
Yeah.
I have to
but
show you after this. It's
I've
freaking
seen
awesome.
what Blur's been able to do with the Halo 2 cutscenes for the remastered.
Yeah.
They are just the most beautiful things you can
Funny
ever
thing,
see.
so Blur Studios, they do a lot of the cinematic trailers for like all the video games now because everyone loves their work. They
do
go
a
to them.
great job with it. Kidding me?
They even did the CGI for Deadpool too.
Oh wow!
nice.
Wow.
All right. Well, we're hitting an hour, guys, and there's so much more I would love to cover. We're just short on time. I think whenever Star Wars comes out, we will dedicate that entire episode to Star Wars.
It'll be an all Star Wars
that
podcast
that we got requests for. That's Switch
yeah.
only.
So one of Eddie.
Yeah.
He requested
Eddie?
that on this next podcast we will probably be talking about the Nintendo Switch. He suggested we talk about
More
the Switch
depth
on the Switch, and Mario Odyssey will just come out.
Yes,
so
yes.
we'll
Ready
have a lot,
to go.
we'll have a lot to talk
next
about.
podcast.
Can't
Yes.
wait
Right.
for that one.
And before we do go, guys, again, we are almost halfway there. We're at 43 subscribers. Remember, the first 100 subscribers will be eligible to enter a raffle for this Scarlet Solo.
Yes.
So
just subscribe on
yes.
YouTube. I believe you can just search Formation Alpha,
Yeah.
and we should pop up. So
and make sure your subscription settings are set to private so we can see you, have a fair raffle.
yes, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for watching.
listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.